a live look outside at the Oregon coast from our In It Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Spring break is next week and many kids will be spending even more time online. Here with important tips to keep your kids safe on screens, we welcome the author of Parental Control, a guide to raising balanced kids in the digital era, Titania Jordan. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, you talk about that we're kind of the first generation of parents raising kids in this kind of atmosphere, and it's not easy to know all the right answers all the time.
It's not. As the mom of a 16-year-old who made all the mistakes, I share in the book with you what mistakes I made so that you can hopefully avoid those same mistakes and help your child have a more balanced childhood with tech.
I love that you use that word balance because it's not an all or nothing game. We can use tech to our advantage safely and then kind of skip the things that don't serve us.
Exactly. Certainly, you can go the route of having no internet whatsoever and no tech connected devices in your home. That's absolutely one route. But although that's not reality for most families. So, how do you allow tech as a tool, but help your children avoid all of the problematic content and people that are a few clicks away?
You've got some great tips for parents to maybe think about, some building blocks like no connected tech in the bedroom or behind closed doors. What does that look like?
Yeah, your children will sometimes be gifted, especially around the holidays or summer break, gaming consoles or mobile devices, and those can be a lot of fun. But we don't allow those behind closed doors in the bedroom overnight, period. And you need to stand firm on that because that's where we see a lot of problems surfacing with children and bad people, bad content. So you just have to stay firm.
For sure. Well, and then going off of that, don't be afraid to say no or delay access to something that your kids aren't ready for.
I am so glad you brought that up because children are very good salespeople and they are going to prey on or they're going to pull on your heartstrings of not wanting your kid to be left out. And they're going to claim that they're going to be left out. But you want them to be left out of the bad people, the bad content, the bullying, the mental health stuff. It's okay for them to be left out of all of that. They're going to fight for it and they're going to make you feel bad, but you're not a bad parent if you delay. Delay is the way.
Do you have any guidelines that you follow just personally, or is there any kind of safe age range to introduce a smartphone to a kid? I know it's so hard. Everybody's so different.
So that's such a loaded question because it depends on the smartphone. There are safer smartphones and smartwatches out there that can be given to a child that don't introduce them to dangers, that allow your children to only contact mom, dad, 911, and they don't have social media and the internet. So if and when your child needs the ability to communicate with trusted contacts, when you need the ability to track their location, look for safer tech for kids, whether it's phone-based or watch based. It's out there now, so it's less about the age and more about what can the tech do.
It's true. We do have a lot more options. You don't just have to go out and buy the latest and greatest thing for your kid and hand it to them and say, good luck, right? That's not what we should be thinking about.
Exactly. It's like when your kid turns 16, if you're blessed to be able to give them a car, you don't hand them a Ferrari. So don't hand them $1,000 smartphone built for adults.
Okay, and then this is a great one. Don't think, not my kid. My kid would never, because everyone's been a kid and they all make mistakes and need guidance.
Good kids make bad choices. My child included, right? And I'm an executive at a tech company, and so I know these things, right? And it still happens in my family. And so please don't think not my kid. The frontal lobe of our brains are not fully formed until we're in our mid-20s. There's a reason why children have parents, and it's because we need to protect them in the real world and the digital world.
Well, and finally, that's a great point that don't let your kids access a digital space that you've never experienced or don't understand.
100%. If your kid wants Snapchat and you have not yet downloaded that app, please do it. Please understand the nuances. Please know that there is no such thing as disappearing photos.
That's a great point. Okay, that one sent a chill down my spine. The internet lives forever somehow, some way. Thank you so much for joining us today. Those were great tips.
Thank you for having me.
We'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.